Before the year gets busy, before the calendars fill up, before school schedules, work deadlines, goals, resolutions, and expectations start piling up or you start slipping on them, I want you to hear this. Not while rushing, not while judging yourself. Just hear this. If you are listening to this right now, it's probably because somewhere inside you, you felt a quiet nudge that said, I need a moment. And I want you to know, you are not listening to this by accident. Welcome back to Simplified Parenting with Suhasini, and I'm your host, Suhasini, a parenting coach, child psychologist, and a fellow parent like you on this parenting journey. January is supposed to feel fresh, hopeful, motivating, but for many parents, January doesn't feel light at all. In fact, it feels very heavy. Heavy with thoughts like, I should have done better last year. I need to improve a lot this year. I need to be more patient this year. I have to fix so many things. My child deserves more from me. Most parents don't start the year feeling excited. They start the year feeling behind. Behind on time, behind on connection, behind on being the parent they thought they should be by now, behind on their career, etc. etc. If that's you, pause for a moment. There is nothing wrong with you. Somewhere along the way, we started believing that a new year requires a new version of us, a calmer parent, a more organized parent, a more emotionally available parent. A parent who never loses patience, never reacts, never feels tired. But let me gently remind you of something very important. Your child does not need a reinvented version of you. They don't need you to suddenly become perfect. They don't need a better plan. They need a more calmer you, a more present you, a human side of you. Children don't feel safe because everything is structured perfectly. They feel safe when the adult around them feels emotionally steady. And that kind of steadiness doesn't come from pressure. It comes from permission. Your permission to slow down, permission to breathe easily, permission to be imperfect and still loving. Let me share a small moment with you. It was a regular morning, rushed, noisy, running late. My child, as usual, was moving slow, lost in his own world. And I could feel the irritation rising in me, the urge to rush, to correct, to snap at him. But instead of reacting, I paused. I didn't change the situation. I didn't fix the morning. I just softened my voice and something shifted. Not in the schedule, but in the space between us. That's when it hit me. Most of the time, our children don't need us to do more. They need us to be different, more grounded, more regulated, more emotionally available to them. So, before this year gets busy, I want you to remember just three things, not as goals or resolutions or not anything else, just gentle reminders for you. The first one being you're allowed to slow down. Slowing down is not falling behind. It's how you prevent your burnout. When parents are exhausted, everything feels harder, patience, empathy, and connection. You might have heard this that you cannot pour from an empty cup, right? A slowed down parent creates a calmer home without even trying. Second one is connection matters more than consistency. Missed routines don't break the children, but disconnection does. You don't need to get everything right every day. You just need to repair, reconnect, and return to your child. A hug after a hard moment matters more than a perfectly followed rule. Third one, and the last one is your child reads your emotional state more than your words. They notice your tone, your pace, your facial expressions, your presence. Long before they understand the logic, they feel safety or tension after reading your facial expressions. And when you choose calm, even the imperfect calm, you teach them emotional regulation without saying a word. Let's take a small pause together right now. Just one breath. Drop your shoulders, unclench your jaw. This feeling right here. This is what safety feels like to your child. Not perfection, not control, just your simple, silent presence. As this year unfolds, remember this, you haven't missed your chance. You're not late. You're not failing. You are learning and growing as a parent, and you matter deeply to your child, just as you are. So, before the year gets busy, hold on to this truth. You don't need to become a new parent this year. You just need to be a slightly more present one. And that is more than enough. If this episode spoke to you, save it for a hard day or share it with another parent who needs to hear this. You want this kind of reminders, please feel free to join my Simplified Parenting with Suhasini, the free WhatsApp community where parents learn and grow along with each other. Until next time, breathe gently, smile a lot, spend time with your kids. You are doing better than what you think. Take care and bye bye.